Hello students, in your previous video classes we have studied more about the different directory structures. So in different directory structures we have completed single level directory structure where all files are stored in a single directory. Then two level directory structure or double level directory structure where in one level all files are stored, and next hierarchical level stores the directories, means one level all directories are stored, and in second level all files were stored. But whenever we are considering the single level directory structure, at that time there is a great problem, limitation, drawbacks of this level structure, single level structure, was name collision problem. So to avoid this name collision problem, then second level directory structure has come. Though this second level directory structure eliminates the name collision problem, but again it has some limitation. Okay. So whenever lot of files are there, so too difficult, it was not so reliable because file grouping of similar files were not possible. Okay. So two level directory structure just eliminates name conflicts among users, but it is not satisfied for users with a large number of files. Okay. When the number of files are large, then it was not so scalable, not reliable. So to avoid this, to eliminate this problem also, there is another type of directory structure, just like your tree-like structure, that is your hierarchical directory system or tree structure directory. Okay, tree structure directory. Tree structure system, or this is otherwise known as hierarchical. Otherwise known as hierarchical directory system. Okay. So in this hierarchical directory structure, all directories and the files are arranged in just like a tree-like structure. Okay, in a tree-like structure. So this hierarchical directory system creates the subdirectory. It creates the subdirectory and load the same file of the file into that directory. So first of all, it creates a subdirectory. Okay. And load all similar files into it. So this is just like a tree-like structure. So first it creates a subdirectory and all similar files are grouped together and all similar files are stored into that subdirectory. So this method can have as many as directories needed, as the directory structure looks like the tree. Directory structure looks like the tree, so that it is called as tree structured directory system. Okay, here the number of files can be created. Files also may be duplicated. Possibility of name collision problem almost very less. Okay, and we can create number of subdirectories. And also it supports multi-user environment because number of users can use this system also. So it supports multi-user environment. Okay, so in hierarchical directory structure, any directory entry any directory entry okay, any directory entry can either be a file or subdirectory. The directory entry may be a file or subdirectory. Okay, any directory entry that can be a file or subdirectory. So this directory structure also consists of various labels. It also consists of several labels. In case of two label, there is two label. One label is one. But there are a number of labels we can have. Therefore, there is a set of permissions assigned to each file and directory. As there are several labels, so each file must be given a permission to access, to read. So read permission, write permission, execute permission. There are several users we will discuss. So it requires more protection. Okay, it requires more protection. So each file and directory must be given permission to access, to write, to read all the things. Because number of users are using in several directories are there. Number of users are there. There are more number of users can work here. Number of directories also there, and number of files are also grouped into a particular directory system. So this is the several labels. It has several labels, and each user has its own directory. Here each user, another point, each user has its own directory. Just like a two-level directory structure. Each user has its own directory, and it cannot enter into other users' directory. Means each user can work only its own directory. The user cannot able to enter to file of the other directory. Okay, that user only has given permission to access. If there is if the administrator want to access, then administrator has given, he can access the root directory. Okay, only administrator, he has got the permission, or system has given the permission to access the root directory and all other directories. So only user can able to access, can modify, can execute his own directory. Means all files stored in the own directory. Okay. So however, user has the permission to read the root and data, but cannot write or modify this. All users cannot able to access. That user can read. He has given the read permission to access a file from others directory, but cannot able to execute or cannot able to modify. Okay, cannot write also. He cannot write also. Okay. So this is all about the directory, tree structure directory or hierarchical directory system. Now we will draw the diagram for this tree structure directory. So hierarchical diagram will be just like a directory or a hierarchical. Just watch. Already we have learned in data structure, that is a tree. Okay, so first of all it will be root directory. This is your root directory. This root directory contains several users. Suppose user 1, user 2, user 3. I have given 3 different users. And again, this user may have subdirectory or file, one or more subdirectory or file. And suppose this user stores a file. Suppose any file, suppose A, it is a file. And this user also store another subdirectory. Another one is a file. Okay. Another one is a file, suppose B. Okay. So user 1 has only one subdirectory, as I have given for this example. And user 2 has a file. And user 3 has a one file and one subdirectory. This is the example that I have given. Again, this subdirectory can have another subdirectories. Again, this subdirectory can have another subdirectories. There is no problem. Again, this subdirectory contains number of subdirectory of files. Again, it has some subdirectories. And again, this subdirectory contains number of files. Suppose A, B, same file A. A and B or C, B. Okay. So this is a hierarchical directory structure. This is an example of hierarchical directory structure or tree structure directory. Just like a level, first level, second level, there are so many levels, and each user must have a subdirectory or file. Okay, each user must have a subdirectory or file. So here, access mechanism. Okay, file access mechanism. User can access the file by considering the path name. Okay, by considering the path name. Suppose this file is the path starting from root directory. Then user thinks this one. Okay, so there are two types of path name. One is your absolute path name. Two type of path name. One is absolute path name. Absolute path. Okay. First one is absolute path. Now discuss what about the absolute path. So this path starts from or visiting from root directory to that particular file. Okay. So this begins at the root and follow the path down to the specified file, giving the directory names of the path. So here we have to visiting or accessing, processing starting from root directory to that particular directory. This is the absolute path. So for example, root directory, suppose I want to access this one. So root directory, then user 3, then subdirectory, then A. Suppose I want to access this one. So root directory, from root directory to this path. Suppose I want to access this one. This is the absolute path that process begins starting from root directory. This is the absolute path. Or we can visit the subdirectory. So your root directory, user 1, subdirectory. This is the absolute path. Another path we can access, that is a relative path. Another one is second one is relative. Okay. Another one is a relative path. So this relative path defines a path from the current directory. This is the root directory. This begins from the root directory, but this begins from the current directory. Current directory. For header pointer or header, suppose points to here, so it will give the path from here to this one. Okay. For example, suppose current directory A. Suppose current directory A. I am giving here. Suppose this is A plus. So this is current directory. Okay. So suppose the header pointer is here. Current pointer is here. So from here we want to search this A. Okay. Suppose from this one it will find this one, then from this one. From current position to that particular file. This is the relative path. Okay. So we are using two types of a path. Okay. Two types of path we can have. One type of path that will visiting starting from root directory to that particular file or directory. Another is a relative path. The relative path is just begins from the current position. Okay, it just begins from the current position to that particular directory or file. Okay, so in this way, by using the path name, we can access a particular subdirectory or file. Okay, so this is the tree structure I am considering about the we are discussing about the tree structure or hierarchical directory structure. So in this directory structure, we can use two types of path. One is your absolute path, another one is your relative path. In relative absolute path, we can visit starting from root directory to that particular file or subdirectory. Suppose we want to visit this subdirectory, then we can have up to this. And from in the relative path, we can search from current position. Suppose I am given position A plus. So from here, the moment or visiting towards the subdirectory or file. Okay. So two types of path also we can use in case of this tree structure, directory structure or tree structure directory. Okay. So this is all about the tree structure directory. Now we will discuss about the what are the advantages and disadvantages of this tree structure directory. Okay. Now see the advantages. What are the more advantages and what are the limitations that we have in tree structure directory will be discussed now. Now see the advantages. What are the advantages of this tree structure directory? So it almost eliminates all difficulties. Okay. So it is very generalized since full path is given. It is more generalized. Due to full path name. So searching will be easier. Okay, searching will be easier. Very easily we can find because this is the generalized concept. Full path is given, so searching will be faster and easier. Okay, and also that we can write. It also avoids name collision problem. Okay, and it is very scalable. Another advantage will be it is very scalable. It is very scalable because probability of name collision is very less due to name collision probability of name collision problem is less. Name collision problem is very less. Possibility of name collision problem that we have in single level directory structure is almost no probability of name collision problem, because distinct users are using distinct directories. Users are different, directory is different, but name may be same. There is no problem. Okay. And the searching becomes very easy. Searching operation, searching is become very easy, because your full path that is given. Here we can use absolute path or relative path. As we are giving this absolute path or relative path, so searching operation is very easy. Also you can write it supports multi-user environment. Number of users, multiple users can use this system, this directory tree structure directory system supports multi-user environment, number of users to use. Number of users, they can create number of subdirectory, and similar files can be stored in a particular subdirectory. Okay, so this is all about the advantages. These are the more benefit we are getting in the tree structure directory system that overcome all limitations of single level or two level. In two level, whenever number of files are large, there is no so scalable. But here number of files can be used. A user can have a number of directories, and the directory can store similar type of files. If a large number of files, a number of files are increased, it will be no create any problem, or it will be more reliable to use. Okay, so it eliminates all the limitations that we have in single level or two level in tree structure directory system. Okay, now though it has some advantages, it has some also disadvantages or limitations. Disadvantages or limitations. What are the limitations of this tree structure diagram or tree structure directory system? One thing is that every file does not fit into the hierarchical model. Okay, so files may be saved into multiple directories. File can save one thing. Every file does not fit into the hierarchical model. Every file does not fit or may not fit. Every file may not fit into the hierarchical model. Fit into the hierarchical model. Maybe file may not fit into the hierarchical model because size of the file may be considered the equal size. So this model may not be fit for all files. And files may be saved into multiple directories. Another one thing that a file may be saved. A file may be saved into multiple directories. Okay, a file may be saved into multiple directories. So, because file may be required, a file of user 1 may be required for user 3. So, multiple files can be saved in multiple directories so that memory space is wasted. Same file is being duplicated. Same file is occupied in another memory space. Okay, and also we cannot share we cannot, file cannot be shared. We cannot share files. Files cannot be shared. Files are not shareable. Okay. So again, so that duplicate file is there, will be stored. File cannot be shared. Shareable. There is no possibility of shareable. So it is inefficient. It is inefficient. So it is inefficient because accessing a file may go under multiple directories. Why it is inefficient? Because we have to traverse due to multiple directory structure. So as there are number of users are using number of directories, so that it is inefficient. Because while accessing a particular file, we have to visit multiple number of directories. Okay. So this is the important limitations that we have in tree structure directory system. Again, to eliminate all these limitations, another type of directory structures are there, a cyclic graph directory or general graph directory. But as per our syllabus, only we have to learn three types of directory structure. One is a single level directory structure as per our syllabus, double level or two level directory structure, and hierarchical directory structure or tree structure directory system. Okay. So we can follow all these three important directory structures. So again, another directory structure are there, but that does not belong to your syllabus. You will learn in higher classes. Again, this problem will be eliminated in another directory structure that you will learn in higher classes. Okay. So this is all about the tree structure directory system, and the description of this directory structure will be sent to your WhatsApp group, and refer all my taught. Okay. If you will have any doubt or query, then you can ask me by using my phone number or WhatsApp number. Okay. So this was for today, and thank you for watching this video. Okay.